No, just a moment. Just a moment. During the recess, I've had opportunity to think about this matter. Ordinarily, when I issue my orders and they're not complied with, it's a very straightforward, very simple way. There are only three things I do. The first is I find you in contempt, dispense with mitigation and sentencing, and go straight to sentencing, if it is clear in the face. The other route that I follow is I find you in contempt, I invite you for mitigation and sentencing. And the third, where it is not clear cut, I invite you for notice to show cause. So that is how I left this court for the recess. I was going to return and apply one of those three ways. But then I thought about Madam Mutua, who has come to court today, a sister of a petitioner applicant who is not before this court and whom is not at liberty. And I asked myself, what is the priority for this court? Enforcing judicial authority through contempt of court, or to get to the bottom of where the seventh petitioner applicant is? I'm sure Madam Mutua and her family and their friends are thinking the absolute worst now that they are seeing the second to the sixth at liberty, but their beloved brother, son is not. So I'm going to do something I do not do ordinarily. I will place the question of contempt to one side, because I firmly believe all of us in this room, our first priority is to secure the seventh petitioner applicant. I've heard Mr. Nyamodi, I've heard you, Mr. Nyamodi. Certainly there needs to be investigations. But this is not a matter for 14 days. What I would want to hear from counsel is a proposal, not from Mr. Nyamodi, from the rest. I'll begin with senior counsel. What is practical in terms of a return date that gives the second and third respondents in particular the opportunity to take statements and to return, such that when the Inspector General of Police is returning before me for hearing, not a mention, for hearing, they'd have had an opportunity. And so that I make it clear, so that when you are giving your responses, there can be no doubt, if the Inspector General of Police misses on that third hearing date, I will go with option one. I will cite, convict, and sentence on the spot. With respect to the Director, DCI, I will convict and invite him for mitigation and sentencing. There will be no further opportunities beyond this next hearing date.